Harmeet Singh and Tazir Ahmed here, Marketing Voice. Going to be sharing a few thoughts about why Airbnb has become so successful, but actually we're going to break it down from a business perspective. So, let's have a look at Airbnb. I've been involved with the industry for the last probably 2-3 years now, and like myself as a host and a manager for properties, what I really like is actually the experience that guests get, and that's how I actually got to know about Airbnb when I traveled. Now, from my perspective, when I started using Airbnb, I was a little bit skeptical. Will I be safe? Does it even exist? But now every time that I go away on a travel, I always think of Airbnb first. And I've used Airbnb twice in the last 7 days. If you have a look at my Facebook, you'll see some beautiful places. Now, you would not get such a beautiful place from a hotel for the price that you have. So not only do you have a larger space, there's more personality. People may think, well, actually, will I be happy with a stranger coming into my home? Can I make more money? And we see actually it's starting to take off to the point that hotels are lobbying against hotels to say, actually, we don't want Airbnb in our area, not because it doesn't provide a good service, it's actually taking away their revenues. And Tazir, can you tell us a little bit about why, from a cognitive perspective and the simplicity of the business, why has it taken off?
Yeah, we were having this conversation of how simple is the idea behind Airbnb, and the reality of business is that, I'm not generalizing, but most of the time people want the information, people want the idea to be in a simple way. So the cognitive complexity, if we bring that topic, how people want to be presented the information, in some cases, I'm not denying there will be industries where you have to be a bit more complicated, or maybe it's complicated because we don't understand it. But most of these ideas are very simple. The end customer only cares about the value they are getting from it, and as long as it does the job, you don't have to throw technicalities into it. You don't have to talk about all the management side of things. You only have to talk about what the customer is getting. It's the same case with Uber. If you think about it, how will you share a taxi with a stranger? But someone came up with the idea, put the systems in place. You know that the customer is getting a cheaper, like they are getting the same value at a cheaper rate. In some cases, the cars are even better than a normal taxi that you will get. So the idea is that most businesses that have gone and done really well, they presented their ideas in a very simplified manner, and that's why people stick to them, and that's why people use them.
Why is it that people don't stick to simplicity? Why is it that we speak to very technical people, they use so much jargon where actually they probably sell themselves out of a deal? Why do people make it overcomplicated?
I've actually thought about this, and we have discussed this before as well. There are a couple of reasons, possibly. One of them is simply because people are too close to their profession and they feel like this is the normal language. They just cannot come down to the level of the person that you are selling to, or even the end customer. They just think that this is the language that I need to use in this case. There are also some people who basically they will explain their things in such a complex manner just to feel better about it. They feel like if they simplify it, people will not take them seriously, but that is not the reality. If the value is there, in the long term, your ideas should be simpler, so more people can understand it, more people can buy into it, you can get more funding, and you can keep going about it.
All right, lovely. Well, that's Harmeet Singh and Tazir of Marketing Voice, and we'll look forward to having another conversation about another blog post.